everyone, welcome to Music Scrap, the Musical Scrapper. I'm just sorting through my permanent markers here to color my Scentsy burner, wax burner. It's by the Scentsy Corporation. Eileen, if you open links there for me, please. If you go on to Scentsy, you can order these, and you can order the wax to burn in them, and I'm just sorting. I've got some fine tip Sharpies here. Well, they're not that fine tip. I don't know what that one is. Some Bic Markets. That one's even more different. I don't know how many sets of Bic markers. You can tell how often I use these. Not very often. Alright, so that's holy smokes, these ones are tough to open. Ugh. The fine tip ones, or the extra fine tip. There's another extra fine tip. You don't have the mod thing? Well, that's weird, Eileen. You're mod on mine. Okay, hold on. Let me kind of... Alright, I took the mod off and put it back on, Eileen. See if you can open links now. Very strange. Try again. Try again, Eileen. Try again. I'm going to leave the larger ones in the bag so I can keep them sorted. Maybe that can be the third one. Okay. Now the instructions on it just say you can use them with Sharpies. So, that is my plan. Okay. I wonder which is going to make a better combo with these blues. This one or this lighter one. I guess. So I'm going to start with the background first, I guess. It says that you're operator, Eileen. Are you okay, Presto? She's sneezing away out there in the kitchen. Really? Well, that's strange. All right, Carrie, I made you administrator there. See if you can open the links. It's very strange. But for now, I will. Okay, I've got the links on. So links are on. Links are on. Okay. I did, Eileen. Very strange. I've turned them on. Links are on, so go ahead and link away, folks. Carrie, see if you have the mod tabs and then unmod Eileen and mod her again. Because I remember once in, whose stream was it? It was someone's stream, and one of the other mods had to actually make the person mod to give them power. So, hey Laura! Hello, hello! So it's a very windy day here on Eastern Mars. Sunny, chilly, not, well, it's cool, but it's not freezing. It's below zero, but it's not, not as cold as, it has been. But it's colder. And, very breezy. So it colors in quite nicely, actually. A little streaky, but that's Sharpies for you. There, we get it sorted out. We'll get our mods modding. Excuse me, please. My cold is getting a little better every day, so that's good. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this section here in this light blue, and then I'll blend in the other blue when I come in with the other blue. Yes, Lynn. These are called the fine tip Sharpies because they have a bullet tip. These are the extra fine tip. Look more like a writing marker. So they do have a pretty nice point, and it's a firm bullet tip. It's not a brush. There are brush tip markers, and I have a few, but I only have 6 of the colors, the 6 regular colors in the brush tip that are actually flexible brush tips. So I didn't bother grabbing those. I forgot to grab them anyway, but they're in my paint cart. So, starting with this kind of beautiful aqua blue at the top. So this was a gift from my oldest niece, Annalisa's mom. going down to about here with this color. Hey, Petka! Hoot in brackets is the owl. Oh, this already smells nice. Like me, I cannot handle, I can't do aerosol sprays because I'm allergic to, aerosol. So, and I do not like any kind of scented thing that smells like flowers at all. I love the smell of real flowers. I love the smell of roses. Love the smell of tulips. I cannot stand any artificial flowery crap. So don't try and tell me that those air fresheners smell like roses or lilacs. Ugh. So burning wax in a flower scent does not work for me. I like the spicy scents. So vanilla, cinnamon, those kinds of things. You're getting snow tonight and tomorrow? Yeah, we're supposed to be getting some on the weekend. Right now it's not saying much, but that could change. I think it's going to be a little more south of us, Nova Scotia. But we're always on that line between it's either hitting us worse than everybody else, or we're just south or just north of it. But we'll see how much it changes between that. The forecast changes between now and the weekend. But it's supposed to be a nor'easter, so it'll be windy and it'll be, and sometimes with a nor'easter, even if you only get 2 or 3 inches, it's still bad because with the nor'easter you get the wind. So regardless of how much snow comes down, it's going to blow around and look like a blizzard. So that's the problem when it's a nor'easter. So, hey Kathy, hello, how was your Christmas? I saw you drop into a couple of the New Year's Eve streams, but I was too busy to say hi when I saw your name. Yes, my niece Stacia gave it to me for Christmas. She sells Scentsy products. So she actually joined the company when she was in Germany, but I do think you can order them, I think, like online now. So I'm trying not to color over the black lines. I mean, I think the Sharpies will be translucent, but I really want to keep the lines. I don't want to have to go over the lines with my black Sharpie again, so I'm trying not to color over them in those swirls and stuff. Yeah, she said she got them on sale. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, it was so fun watching Till and Eliza open their gifts. Oh, my gosh. They're such characters. Oh, my gosh. And they stayed at their house because we didn't have enough room for everyone to sleep at our house. So they slept at their house on Christmas Eve after church. We went down there after church so they could put Elisa to bed, and played a couple of games, and they left a note to Santa to tell Santa to bring their gifts to Grammy's house so that they could open them there. So that but they had already opened their gifts from Germany, from the other grandparents, earlier on Christmas Eve with the grandparents on FaceTime. FaceTime is wonderful. So they got to FaceTime with Karsten's parents to open all their gifts from everyone over there. So that was nice. Earlier in the day, and then they came up for supper, and we went up to church. Hey, Emma. Welcome, welcome. Well, it will come off with alcohol, too. Yeah, so... Yeah, any alcohol markers would work. Any permanent markers will work on it. Yeah. So my older sister goes, so you'll be able to take alcohol to it and clean it off and color it again if you want. Different colors. I'm like, yeah, I guess I can. It sure does, Kathy. It helped my sister when they were over there in Germany, so... Yeah. And Mom had a good day. She stayed awake the whole entire day. Didn't even lay down and have a nap. She stayed out in the kitchen with Janet and I while we were making all the food, because the kids were playing in the living room, and it was... She minds the noise. It's hard to stop noise when kids are playing and having fun, so... But she stayed awake the whole time. Took her back about 9:30 on Christmas night. She stayed awake the whole day. She sure was tired when she went back. Poor Mom, she goes, well, I don't sleep I'm always awake all day long. She goes, I never nap. Well, she does, but she just doesn't remember that she naps. So I'm going to go down to about here. So, yeah. So it was really good Christmas. And my cousin who moved up from Florida, who lives at my sister's house, lives at the house. She has a bedroom in the basement. She has her own space. And they've got it all renovated and almost put back together after the major flood and the $30,000 worth of damage on Thanksgiving weekend with the flood. And her mother was my mom's sister that passed away on Labor Day weekend, so she stays with my sister. And her brother lives in the same county as where she's living now. And so she did spend some time there Christmas Eve, but she was at our place for Christmas morning. So that was fun. And I'm going to leave the loop of that to get colored a different color. I think that's a flower petal. Oh, carp. Uh-oh, and I don't think I have any. That's a flower I just colored in. It might be still wet enough to get off. Hold on. Hold the fort. Hold on. I meant to take the alcohol in from the bathroom and I forgot. It's still wet enough. There. Woo! I got it before it dried. Yes, sirree, Bob. Woo! Excuse my sniffles. Well, it would before it dries, Mindy. But baby wipes in Canada aren't allowed to have alcohol in them anymore. So they're all alcohol free. But it would have while it was still wet, yes. But the napkin was closer, so. Okay. Alright, but this in here is. Alright. This in here is between the. That is not part of the flower. And neither is this. Okay. Yeesh. Yeah. I do have alcohol in the bathroom, so if it didn't work, I would have run and got the alcohol. Container of alcohol. Just putting another layer on a couple of spots where it needs just a little extra color. Now it should still blend there because it should reactivate when I hit it with the other alcohol marker. So I should be able to blend, I think. I don't know, I don't use alcohol markers very often, but that's my theory. We shall test it very shortly. Okay. All right. I have seen them, Nina. Yes, Lynn. Nina. I have seen coffee mugs. Hey, Jerry Ann. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. Yes, it is a Scentsy burner by the Scentsy company. I'm sure there's other companies that have them too with this whole coloring craze. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Jill. Welcome, welcome. So now I'm going to the medium blue. We'll see if it blends here or not. And it looks like exactly the same color. That's weird. I guess it's a little darker blue, but it looks exactly the same. Very strange. It looks teal, not blue. Very weird. Not that that's a bad thing. Huh. Very weird. I was expecting it to look more like sky blue than teal. That's part of that flower that I tried to color last time. All right. I'm going to go down to about here with this blue. Very strange. Let's see what it looks like on paper. I don't even know if I have white paper. There's an envelope. Oh no, it is a teal. Huh. It's certainly not the color of the cap, that's for sure. It is teal. Not even close to the color of the cap. The sun keeps coming out and going down, so if you're Periscope, tell them to come over to Ustream. It's way better. Ugh, don't understand what people like about Periscope at all. Stupid little hearts and it's dumb. You can't control who's in your chat. Lynn, oh, that's funny. Lynn said her son bought her a coloring book for Christmas and she got all so excited she squealed and he was like, chillax, Mom, chillax. They don't understand how exciting it is. All right. So, oh, I hate markers. It's probably why I'm sniffling so much. My eyes are running. Hate smell. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. I did too, Emma. I had it on for like 2 minutes and I was like, yeah, I know. Even with Jonna's streaming on Periscope, I will not watch it. Even with Jonna and Darcy, it's like, sorry guys, I don't do Periscope. I don't understand. You can do Ustream on your phone, so why not? Like, it's so much cooler. Alright, now that's part of a leaf, but there's a little space. Hold on. That's part of a leaf. That's a stem. That's part of a leaf. So go over here. Ooh, the wind is howling. Howling, howling. Carrie. Yeah, the coffee mugs need to be baked so that you can, because you drink out of them, right? Oh yeah, you can't bake this one. It's electric. You can't bake it. That's why they don't include the. That's why they don't include the markers that need to be heat set. It's not a candle burner. It has inside, the Scentsy ones have a light bulb. It's so much safer. It has a nice round light bulb inside that melts your wax. Much safer than a candle burner. Oh, this space in here is background, I think. Oh, I'm gonna make it background because that's what it looks like. All right. Where did I leave off? I don't know how I got mixed up. Lynn, they probably do. I don't know. Eileen. Oh, Carrie. Carrie's being a pixie. Yeah, exactly. And it will take a while. It will take a while to dry because it's on a non-porous surface. That's why I was able to still get it off in that spot where I made the mistake, because it was still wet. But once it dries, I can still take it off with rubbing alcohol. And I think the black has been baked on, so it won't take the black lines off, I don't think. It seems anyway. I sent her a squirrel thing on Facebook today too. Squirrels stealing chocolate bars from a convenience store, coming right into the store and stealing them off the shelf by the cash. How funny is that? So, yeah. Oops. That's mail coming in. I'll close my mail off here. Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm gurgling my mochaccino. I brew my coffee sometimes, and I did this today. Well, I had 2 cups of coffee when I went for brunch at the casino, but excuse me, gracious. Okay, I'm going down a little bit further, I guess. And, sorry, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, when I got home, I said I had 2, well, what they call cups of coffee. It's basically like 1. They're mugs, but, so I said when I got home, I was like, oh, I want more than just coffee. So I brew it into my hot chocolate. Make my own homemade mochaccino. A little bit of coffee flavor, a little bit of coffee flavor. Yum. So I just brew the coffee into however much hot chocolate powder you would normally put in, and instead of adding boiling water, I just brew my Keurig coffee right into it. And it's so yummy. Oh, it was sunny today, but very windy out there. So, yeah, it's better than it was. Better than it was. Most of the ice is off the high roads and stuff. It was very bad the other day in the morning, but it rained and they had salt out, so it did clear up nicely. Okay, I'm going down lower, so I need to color that in there. Going down to about here now. All right. Blending that so I don't leave a line. There we go. All right. Let's see if I got all the background areas. I think I did for that marker. So now I'll go to the darker blue. Let's see what color this. Yeah, we're supposed to get some snow on the weekend. I don't know unless after me, Shauna used to stream after me, but maybe we can convince Carrie to turn on her camera after me. Carrie? And then tonight, Jen streams, hopefully. Oz Grand Jen. I may have to leave this open because I may have to try and blend with the lighter here. It's going to be a line because it's a definite different darker color, that's for sure. Whoa. Oh, okay. Sorry, I hope my head's not completely in your guys' way here. Trying to see. Hold on. This might be a whole lot easier if I put my reading glasses on. Oops, hold on. Ah! Hold on, it's silly. Okay. We'll see. Alright, so I put the color there. Now I'm going to take the lighter one and blend it. And it blends, but I don't have very good control over the blendability of it. Because it's too much. It's hard because there's so much difference in color. It's so much darker, it's hard to blend. Oh, I didn't go all the way up there. Glad I saw I missed that. Glad I had my color out. I would have found it eventually when I was coloring the flowers, but okay, Jess, no problem. Yeah, CR, I have a really cool one. My other one is the type where you can get the different inserts. And so then when you put the light on, it lights up and makes a silhouette of the insert. And I have a music insert. It's so cool. The music stuff and stuff. It's really neat. The blue on this is beautiful. It's like that blue, you know, that blue pottery. That beautiful blue, whatever it's called. That cobalt blue. Thank you, Orla. I have no idea about essential oils. All I know is someone told me that lavender oil is really good for relaxation and whatever. So I bought a bottle of lavender oil. Excuse me, please. These markers are making me sniffly. The alcohol's so strong. They're very sensitive sinuses. And I opened the bottle just to smell the lavender oil, and it like took over the whole room. Just opening the bottle, it was like horrible. I was like, yeah, no, I can't put this in a diffuser or anything. Twinster Jan suggested I put a drop of it on the underside of my pillow to help me relax and stuff when I sleep. And yeah, I was like, no, I wouldn't be able to sleep with that smell in my room. Not a chance. So, when we even got to the theater, well, I mean, not early, but we got there 15 minutes before the show started. And, which is early for us, because we usually hop in right as the previews are finishing and the movie starting. We usually time it perfectly. But so we got there before the previews even started, and it was very full. So we didn't even get the 3 seats together. So Sue and Sam sat together, but it was like just as well because Sam had some kind of horrible cologne on. It probably wasn't horrible. I just don't like any men's cologne. So it's like, I'll just sit here. You guys can sit up in that section. Because I have to sit in the front row of the second section so my knees don't get all bunched up. We usually try and sit right behind where the wheelchair is because then there's metal rungs to put your feet up on. But those seats were all filled, of course. We went to see Why Him. Very funny. James Franco. Can't remember the girl's name. Haven't seen her a whole lot. Yeah, it certainly would in me, Orla, cause an asthma attack, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, Sarah, I can't even. I have to put my hand over my mouth and plug my nose walking past the body shop and all those places in the mall. Ugh. And there's a place here in eastern Canada, anyway, I don't know if they're all over Canada or not, called Olivier. And it's all natural body soaps and lotions and, you know, but it's like, hello, people, it's still made from like real flowers and real flower oil. So if you're someone who's allergic to those scents, natural or not, it's going to be annoying. And then when you walk past the store and every single scent is on display, it makes me sick. And I can't, I refuse to go into Sears or in any of those big box department stores because they always have their stupid perfume department right at the entryway that you have to walk past. And ugh, it's just gross. So anyway, blending pretty nicely together there. Need to do a little more blending here. Now that it's kind of drying, I can see the line a little better. Do a little blending there with the lighter color. Now, eucalyptus I love. Okay, Sarah. Well, I can't come visit you then, Emma. But I do like my niece, it's vanilla, probably French vanilla, that my niece gave me for in here. And those are the ones I really love, French vanilla. But I do love cinnamon or apple, that kind of thing. As long as it's not too flowery. It's interesting, this dark color is going on even smoother than the lighter colors. And you'd really think, like I would have thought, that the darker color would be streakier. But it's actually going on smoother than the lighter colors for some reason. Finally actually using my Sharpie markers because I think I've had them for a year and haven't used them for anything other than, you know, the odd note here or there, but haven't used them to color. Hey, Janet, welcome, welcome. So true, online shopping is hurting the big box stores, but unfortunately, people are going to spend their money where it's, first of all, number one, easier, more convenient. A lot of people like me can't get out into stores, so that's a factor. Excuse me. Excuse me. it's a shame. But I don't know what do not know what the solution is, because you can't stop progress. It's always been the problem, but solutions have come before when they switched from, hand making things to factory producing things. The same issues came up. No, I haven't used the light colors more. I haven't used any of the markers at all, Allie. At all. If anything, I've used the darker blue more than the other. Because I've only ever used them for the odd note or whatever, and I would never write a note in a light color because I wouldn't be able to read it very well. I think it's just the pigment that's in it. It's just going on smoother. It's looking very pretty, I think. I think it's looking pretty. Oh no! Really, Janet? Well, we stopped going to Sears in Ontario. The kids were little, and we had my cousin and I were in in Sears, and her kids were little. Margaret was like maybe a year old, and or 2, and Sam would have been 5, and Daniel 6 or 7, and we went in to buy something. Oh, I went in to buy, and it was like their outlet store. So it was where they put stuff that doesn't sell, but it's out of season, so they put it down to their outlet store, or their whatever, cheap clearance center. That's what it was. To their clearance center. And that's where it was. So at one point, I was watching the kids, and Susan was looking through the bin. The bras were all just thrown in a bin because it was clearance section. The bras that didn't sell and whatever. So they were all just thrown in a bin, and they were all like 50% off the clearance price. So Susan was looking through the bin, and I was watching the kids. And she didn't end up getting one. I picked out my couch that I was buying, a sofa bed, and went through the whole process of getting that ordered and delivered. Anyway, so we're going out the door, and the security guy stops her, okay? Now, she's a teacher too, right? And so this was in her hometown where she's a teacher. I mean, regardless, whatever. It's a woman with kids in her arms and whatever. And they stop her at the door. And they're like, "We want to search your purse." And she's like, and like right there, they didn't say, "Would you please come back to the office," or anything. Right there in public, in front of everyone, they said, "We need to search your purse. We need to search you." Because she had a diaper bag because she had a baby. Anyway, I'm like, really? Why? "Well, we saw you over at the bin over there." And we're like, really? You think she stole a bra with her kids in her arms? Hey, Muse. And right there in front of everybody at the exit to the store, they start going through her purse and her baby bag, diaper bag. I mean, like, really? I'm like, and I said to the guy, I said, "Shouldn't you take her out back to do that?" We have nothing against you, you know, searching her even though she didn't steal anything. But shouldn't you kind of be polite and take her into the office to deal with this? And he looks at me with this look on his face. I'm like, really? Anyway, she wrote a letter and complained. And because nothing like that should ever be done in public, ever. So we refused to go and shop at Sears anymore. It's like, you know, nope, don't need that. So what's your news, Muse? Oh, yay, Muse. Woohoo, you're gonna be a grandma. Nice, good news. Muse's son is gonna have a baby. And it's a boy going to be born in June. Wait now, you said your son's grandbaby or your grandbaby? Because it... Eileen got handcuffed at her typewriter at Sears. I don't remember hearing that story, Eileen. That sounds like a good story. That sounds better than my story. Hey, Macca, how you doing? Wow. Your grandbaby. Okay. So your son is having... Okay. Oh, boy. So... So it is called... Just a second here. Get the box. Reimagine. This one is called... It's called Reimagine. And it's by Scentsy. I know it was on sale before Christmas when they came out in, I think in October. And I think they came out, then they had a sale on them when she bought it. But anyway, so... Sorry. I hope I'm not like completely in the way while I'm coloring this. Thank you, Macca. Uh-oh, what happened to Laura when she was coloring? I missed something. Oh no, you used a baby wipe on the butterfly page and the page is destroyed. Uh-oh. Well, Carrie, I didn't do any green in the background because there's quite a few leaves. And there's only so many greens, like, right? So I've got a lot of leaves to do. So I couldn't do a green background. That's why I did a blue. That's why I went with the teal and the blue. I should have taken a before picture, I guess. No, I don't know if Jen is streaming tonight. She should be getting up. She sometimes is up before I go off air, but well, with the time change, not as much, but okay, hold on. Got to get into the got to put my finger in a spot here to steady myself. I didn't ask Stacia if she bought herself one of these coloring Scentsy's or not. But, you know. Excuse me. It was fun watching everybody open their canvases from me. So excited. It was tough waiting for every it was so hard to wait for everyone to see their canvas. It was like I was excited as the kids. Hey, thank you, W. Carol. This is a Scentsy special reimagine color Scentsy wax burner. Okay, so wonder if this is close enough color to use the finer detail one to get in here. Yep, same color ink, that's nice. Such a smooth glaze on this. It goes on as easy as anything. sorry if my head's in the way, but this is pretty small area there to get into. Get in around that flower there. Oh, Allie, sorry, I didn't see your question. Yeah, no, I am an albino, so I was born with 10% vision, and now I'm losing some of my reading vision, but just like because normal old age stuff. But yeah, I only had 10% vision when I was born, so that's what I grew up with. That's why I don't drive. Although sometimes I think I could drive better than some people that are sighted that are on the road. I seem to know more of the road rules, than some people who are driving. That's for sure. Oh, I missed a spot with my fine tip one here. So, you can see my skin and my hair is very blonde. Yeah. Anyway, I used to have, it's really funny, I used to have this recurring dream where I would buy a car and drive it back and forth to work when I was teaching. I haven't had it in a while, maybe because I'm not teaching anymore, but like over the last, 35 years, I had the dream many times. I would buy a car, drive it, and the cops would never catch me. I never ever got stopped or pulled over. Even though I didn't have a license and was legally blind, I bought a car and was driving myself around. Silly dreams. Yeah, yeah. Well, public transportation's okay, here in Moncton area, but not the greatest considering the population. But they do have a service here called Wheels on Wheels for disabled, and it's subsidized by our town of Riverview. And so because of my vision and my mobility, I'm not able to walk and stand at a bus stop. So they're vans that are rigged for wheelchairs, And so I qualify for them. So it cost me $3 each way to go. And you just have to call the day before and kind of book them a day or two ahead of time and book your trip. So it's a good service. So I only have to pay $3 each way, and the town of Riverview pays the rest of it. If I couldn't get subsidized, I would have to pay the whole fare, which would be like a cab fare. But luckily I qualify, so between my lymphedema and my eyesight, I qualify for the service. So no, not Meals on Wheels, Wheels on Wheels. Because they're for wheelchair and people, yeah. Wheels on Wheels, not Meals on Wheels, Wheels on Wheels. Okay, so there's the background. Done. Looks very nice. Very nice indeed. So now I think I'll do the flowers next. I'm going to leave the more detailed stuff to the end, I think. Or maybe the leaves. Let's do the leaves next. So let's see. I've got this green. This green. That's more like a minty green. I think I'll leave that for some of the butterflies. Oh, yeah, Emma? Thank you. Eileen. Oh, that's funny. Eileen goes, the only free rides around here is a police car. All right, so I think what I'm going to do for this leaf is I'm not going to actually do any blending. I think I'm just going to do some of the stripes on it, the light green. And I'll do some of them the dark green. Or actually, I think I'll do the middle sections. Let's see what happens here. That's very light, but I don't know if you guys can see it at all. Why don't I zoom in more? You guys should have told me to zoom in. Of course, you probably didn't. I just didn't see you say it. Now that I'm doing the details, oh, wrong way. Is that better, you guys? Can you see better now? Although there's a glare right on the one I'm working on right here. Uh-oh, Laura's having some hiney in her tea. Now, see, that's a better typo than my typos. You guys aren't making fun of her having hiney in her tea. Okay, BG. See you later. There, finally. See, Laura, we like good typos here. We like good typos. For those watching if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember that this is recorded live on ustream.tv/channel/music scrap. MUSICSCRP. You can come join us live and join in the chat because there is a live chat. So the people I'm talking to are actually here in a chat, not in my room, but in chat. And we have a lot of fun. We picked up a couple of newbies during our New Year's Eve streamathon, I think. Emma. No, it's a coffee, and isn't it elephants? No, not elephants. Monkeys. Monkeys. Lemurs or whatever. They eat the coffee beans, and then they collect it. That's what I was wondering, Orla. I was wondering if I could use my ink tints. Maybe I'll try with one of the flowers and see if it'll work. Someone Carrie, do a search for me. Search on Google and see if you can use Inktense blocks on glass or ceramic. Do a search for me. Can you use Inktense on glass? It is ink, so I would think, right? I will try on the flowers. Oh, someone, if you say that it's, exotic, there's someone that's gonna buy it, you know they will. You know they will. Eileen. Do you have Alexa, Kimberly? Because it's not absorbent. Nothing's wrong with the links. I think the links came up here for me, Laura. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not using absorbent ground. Forget it. Oh, I missed a spot. Hold on. Hold the fort. I missed a spot of background here. we go. I'm going to do inside that cutout there. Do the inside of that hole. It's not glazed, but oh, yeah, true, Dorothy, true. Maybe I'll just stick with the Sharpies are going on okay, so they're going on better than I thought they would, so. Yeah, there you go, CR. Kopi Luwak is a rare and gourmet coffee from Indonesia made from the beans that have passed through the digestive system of monkeys. Yeah, Ustream must be working on some chat issues. So, oh well. If they fix things, I guess we shouldn't complain. Those two greens are very similar. It's hard, probably hard. I can kind of see the difference. This one's a little bit lighter, but the other one's more like a fluorescent. There we go. All right. Yeah, probably not, Carrie. All right. Hey, Lucy. Welcome back, Sarah. All right. All right, I see a little wee tiny spot that didn't get colored here in the background. Actually, I think it's leaf. Huh. This is supposed to be leaf that I did in the back as background, so I'm just gonna add some dark green over it. This is gonna be dark green there, and I missed a spot here. Sorry, try and turn it this way so you guys are seeing what I'm actually coloring on. There we go. Oh, okay, weird. Because then that's way far from me. All right. All right. I'm gonna have to use the smaller one to get in around here with the screen. Oh my gosh! I covers of these fine tip markers, boy, I'll tell you, those markers aren't going to dry out. Can't even get the covers off when you want them off. Thank you, Lucy. It is actually a Scentsy wax burner. It's a color your own wax burner. So you put your wax in here and the light bulb melts the wax. So yeah, it was a Christmas gift. So I am coloring it in using my Sharpie markers. Okay. Oh, I watched Xandra's when I got home from the movie last night. I watched Xandra's show. I can't believe the stuff she bought. My goodness. And then she was back at Michael's today, at a different Michael's, I think to take them back and get her to get a refund for her senior's discount. And I think she was buying more stuff. She said they even had more stuff at this other Michael's that was a little farther away from her. I'm like, wow, Z, goodness gracious. I mean, I liked it, but I have so much stuff already. All right, so there's 3 leaves done. There are 2 different colors of light green there. It's kind of hard for you guys to see, but one's a little more vibrant than the other. Thank you, Lucy. Got it for my niece for Christmas. They're new. Am I going to color the top thing? I don't think so. I mean, I might color the outside, but I'm not going to color the inside because that's where the wax goes. But I might color the outside. I might color the outside. But yeah, good question, Jill. Yeah. So, all right. So that's, all right. Looking for another, okay, here's some more leaves down here. Not quite sure what this leaf is. Huh. All right, so this one I think I'm going to do the outside the dark. I don't think that's a butterfly. No, it's like a lily pad or something. This one, you guys, would you say that's like, or is it like a flower? I don't know what that is at the bottom there. Is it leaves? It's got polka dots. Oh yeah, CR. She gets one of everything that comes out, that's for sure. Kathy, I'm coloring my Scentsy burner that I got for my Scentsy wax burner that I got for Christmas. Oh, Carol Renee's going to get coffee. Yeah, I think maybe like a lotus flower, Lynn. Could be. Yeah, or a lily pad. So I'll do that like purple and pink maybe. Lilac. Pretty lilac and purple maybe. Light and dark purple. So, alright, that is the tentacle of the, or the antenna of the butterfly, so I don't want to ruin that. It's very hard for me to color online, you guys, but I hope you're seeing enough of it. But you're having fun chatting about interesting types of coffee and tea anyway. So that's the good thing. Having fun. Thank you, Kathy. I wish Eileen, I might join later when I get things sorted here with my finances. I'm a little bit behind and couldn't afford it right now. I still have to finish downloading my lessons from last year, so I honestly think if I finish going through last year's lessons, I'll be doing well. And I still have to buy garments. So hey, Jillian. Hello. I know how great it was, Eileen. But right now, I do still have the money from Mom for Christmas. And I did get my GST refund today. That was a nice surprise. Okay. I guess if I live off peanut butter for the rest of the month, I can afford it. Very pretty. I love it. I love it. Can't wait to tweet pictures or text pictures to Stacia. Here, let me sit it like that so you guys can see a little better what I'm working on. So those are the ones I just did here. I just finished these two. Okay. Oh, I know. Am I right? Ugh. Oh gosh, no. Well, Emma, I shouldn't say that. They're 80% covered by my insurance, so I have to pay 20%. But they're $1,000 a pair, so I still have to pay $200 a pair. So, yeah. But I don't buy other fancy clothes, so you know, I don't buy shoes or fancy stuff like that. So, you know, no, Sarah, they're customized. They're customized and they have silver thread to ward against bacteria growth. They measure my legs every 5 centimeters to basically make them so they're like a skin for me. And then they're hand woven or knitted woven in Germany. So it's, it's not robbery. They're not over the over the counter garments. They're custom waist to toe. So yay, Orla. Do you, Dorothy? Well, they're not. If I was in a nursing home and I was just on disability and didn't have income from my job, I'm pretty sure I would qualify for free garments. But I don't, because I do have insurance coverage. So, anyway. About a year, Laura, and I only had the 2 pairs. So this time I'm going to get 2 pair now, and then I'm going to get. I qualify. My insurance will cover 4 pair a year, 4 pair per year, 4 sets. Excuse me, per year. So I'm going to get 2 right now, and then I'm going to get a 3rd one in April. And I'm going to get a 4th one in September. And so then I'll constantly like have a newer one that I can then just wear the older ones on like laundry days when I'm cleaning my newer ones. Because this time I just bought the 2 at once and then I didn't buy any more because other stuff, my CPAP came up. I had to buy my CPAP machine and stuff. So, wow, Janet. Dinner's done and the kitchen's cleaned. Sheesh. Oh, which reminds me. Dang it. When I got home, I meant to put the turkey in the slow cooker. Well, I guess it's not a whole turkey. It's just a turkey breast. I guess I'll be pressure cookering it. That's fine. Instead of slow cooking it. 5 after 4. An hour and 42 minutes. Okay. It always takes longer to do coloring than you look at it and you think, oh, that's not going to take long. Sheesh. Took me an hour just to do the background almost. I brought my coloring book in just in case I was going to have to. Oh, but I think I forgot my crayon. I did. Oh, well, that's all right. I can go and get them if I... But it doesn't look like I'm going to have time anyway, so that's all good. So... Well... Yeah, exactly, Emma. Instapot to the rescue. And I'll probably throw the carrots right in with it. Maybe even the potatoes. Nah, I don't. La 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 la. Oh, there's another 2 more leaves here. Oh, 3 leaves here. See, I don't understand. That's part of a leaf. But I really think this other part's supposed to be background. So I'm going to color it in. Whether it's supposed to be or not, I don't know. I'm making it background. Because it doesn't really look like the leaf because it's solid. All the other leaves have stripes on them. So I'm going to turn that into background and make this just be like half of a leaf or whatever. Oh, I have to get my spiral graph out. I have it over in the corner and it's kind of behind a pile. I've got to get my place organized here. Orla knows what my place is like, and it's even worse than when she was here in the summer because things have piled up again. I kind of sort of cleared it, a few things for her when she came. I cleared a spot, and now it's all piled up again. Ugh. And it was a mess when she came. It was a pile. So I need to get at it again. Yeah. Alright. It's got to do a twig here. The branches. Oh, I see another background little spot that I missed. Another little background spot that I missed. Right here. Oh, it's not showing the HTML code for me. You were close. The A should be an E. Other than that, I have, sometimes lymphedema can come, Lynn. It can be caused by an injury to the lymph glands. Sometimes people, when they're going through chemo or radiation, it can destroy their lymph glands so they can get lymphedema that way. I have what's called primary lymphedema, which means it is, I was born with it, problems with the lymph glands that shows up when you're in your mid to late 30s, which is exactly when mine showed up. I was 35, 36 when I first started with the, well, it was very minor swelling at first, but it was, my legs would basically kind of leak fluid, and then I develop ulcers. And then the severe swelling started, which led to many 14 rounds of cellulitis, which is infection of the tissue of your leg, the tissue that's just under your skin, not deep tissue. And 14 rounds of IV antibiotics to get rid of that. So it just means that your lymph glands, the job of your lymphatic system is to carry your fluid from different parts of your body to your kidneys and your lungs and your liver to get removed from your body. Well, my lymph system in my legs, well, mine's affected from my abdomen down, we believe. So my swelling is in my legs, both legs, my butt, my abdomen. The fluid does not get carried out of those areas by my lymphatic system, which is why I go for the manual lymphatic drainage, where she does a very specialized massage to manually move the fluid up my legs and towards my kidneys and my liver. So it has saved my life. And it doesn't completely get rid of your, if I could do it every day for the rest of my life, it would help more, but you know, that's not practical. Oh, really, Lynn? You have cellulitis right now? Yeah. Well, take very good care of it, Lynn. Very good care. Once you have it, you're also more susceptible to it. So take care of the cellulitis. And that area, if it's your leg, I don't know if it's your leg that you have it on or where you have the cellulitis, but take very good care of that area. Okay, so there's a flower. There's a flower like that other one with the dots, only this one over here is like blowing in the wind or whatever. It's folded up. So it's a flower like this one. Lynn, go in and insist, if it hasn't gone away in 3 weeks, go in and insist on an IV. I had to go back and forth to the hospital every day on IV. It's the only thing that worked for me. The only thing. Okay, so that's a butterfly. Wait, now where I had, oh, there they are. I was like, I have 2 more. I know, I saw them. Your right foot and leg. Okay. Hey, Darla. Go to your doctor and insist on IV meds. They may not do it for you unless you insist on it. So that's what I would do. Keflex by IV is what worked for me. Well, until the very last time I had it, the IV didn't work, and they actually had to put me on a broad spectrum antibiotic orally. They had to give me the one they give you like basically for malaria. And that was not fun. So yeah, there you go. So go and do it. Don't put it off, Lynn. My cousin actually, when I was right after I went through my first bout of cellulitis, my cousin got cellulitis in her leg, and she didn't go right away to the doctor, and hers, by the time she went to the ER, She was about 20 minutes away from having necrotizing fasciitis. She almost lost her leg. She was sitting in the ER watching the red move up her leg. She could see it moving, sitting in the ER. And so they rushed her in and took her right up to surgery. They had to remove 8 inches of her calf, no, not the calf, shin. And of course now she has compartmental syndrome there because they had to remove all that tissue. So now she gets fluid in there for a different reason, and not lymphedema like me from compartmental syndrome, which is also very painful. It does. I know, Lynn. I know it hurts. I know. Believe me, been there, done that. I know. Oh, really, BG? A cottonmouth snake bite. Eek! Ah. I don't know if Janet's working on her ATCs and not talking to us, Eileen. Oh. That's okay, Lynn. You're allowed. I feel for you. I know what it feels like. Between my lymphedema and my arthritic knees, I just keep saying to myself, I'm grateful I don't have the fibro nerve pain that some people deal with. So it's a different kind of pain. Okay. Ah. Yeah, tell me about it. My knees are much worse this winter. Because, of course, the arthritis is worse. So then... the cold makes it worse. Alright. Then with this, I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to do this one. Alright, I want to figure this out. I'm going to do this in this medium. This one. And the light, I'm going to do here. And here. And here. her beast book. Her beast book. Janet has, it has a bullet journal, a sketchbook, a smack it down book, a gratitude journal, everything in one book. Oh, I forgot to do my light on this other leaf, but that's okay. I'll go back and do it. Cool. I like that. Hey, Carrie! Didn't see you there! Eileen's working on her ATCs in her mind. Oh, she's picked that up from Vicky, I guess. Yep. See, I just say there's always someone worse off. Oh, picked up the wrong one. Guess it doesn't matter. It's the same color, just a different tip on the marker. You know, there's always someone worse off than you. That's the way I look at it. There's always someone in more pain. There's someone more blind. If you're totally blind, there's someone who's also blind and deaf. You know, there's always someone who has it worse. So I try not to complain too much about my issues. Just deal with them and move on. It's funny how, you know how if you have sinus issues and the pain is worse on days, you know, low pressure day or on high pressure days. No, I mean, excuse me, low pressure days, the pressure in your sinuses is worse, right? Well, with my lymphedema, it's the same thing. On days when it's raining and cloudy and it's a low pressure system going through, it's amazing how much it affects the pain. Very strange. It's just if the pressure outside is less, then the pressure inside is going to be more. It's just the way it works. The way it works. Okay, Sarah. Oh no, Dorothy. Dorothy got kicked out and locked out. Oh my goodness. Yep, life is good. Okay. Alrighty. Is that the last ones? Is that the last leaf? Oh my goodness, look what I did down here. Ah! That's funny. Totally left out a whole section of coloring. I was talking at that point, I think, and it kind of just... Okay, I'm gonna use the small one here for a second to go in between these petals. The other point would probably do it, but not with my unsteady hand. But you know, when I was young, before the lymphedema started and all I was dealing with was the eyesight, you know, my mom was born with spina bifida, and she was mobile but had a lot of issues, a lot of pain issues, gradually lost the feeling in her lower extremities, her feet and her lower legs, and eventually lost her right leg because of ulcers and healing issues. If you don't have nerve endings, things don't heal. So when she developed ulcers, she got osteomyelitis, bone infections, and lost her leg. But anyway, you know, she set a great example. She moved on. She refused to get into a wheelchair. Even now, it was all we could do to get her to sit in her wheelchair out of the car and into the house and into church, you know, for Christmas time. Because she doesn't want people to see her as, you know, an invalid and not being able to do stuff. But she just taught me, you work with what you've got and you do your best. And she was a teacher. She knew that she hoped that I wouldn't have to go to the school for the blind, that I had enough sight. And she went to the teachers luckily it was a small town. Everybody knew Mom, everybody knew me. So Mom went to the teacher in the local school, and now this was before the times of inclusion. This was before the times that, when I was born, the doctors told my mom she'll be going to the school for the blind, which was in Halifax, 2 hours away. But the thing was, they didn't start school for the blind till grade 1. They didn't have a grade primary, so you didn't go until you were 6. Mom knew when I was 5, I was ready for school. When I was 3.5, 4 years old, I was helping my sister with her math homework, my older sister. So Mom didn't want to keep me back that extra year. She didn't have to, so she made an agreement with the grade primary teacher that I would, go to school, and if it didn't work out, if I wasn't able to cope, then the next year, as scheduled, I would go to the school for the blind. I figured it out. I worked it out. I just moved my desk around the classroom and pulled it up to the board so that I could see what the teacher was putting on the board. When you're in lower grades, most of the books are all large print anyway. So I went through school near the top of I did grades 1 and 2 in the same year. And graduated just after I turned 17. A year ahead of when I should have graduated. And yeah. So she always taught me I could do whatever I wanted. We bought a special, it was actually one of those, those metal stands that typists use to put their book on beside their typewriter. to hold their book or their paper that they're typing from. We bought one of those, and they had a little hook in them, so we could insert that into the piano where the cover would close down over the keys, and that moved the book closer to me so that I could read the music. I also compensated by learning, memorizing music more quickly than some other people would in order to so that I wouldn't have to read the music. But, yeah, you just learn to adjust. I was the first legally blind person to ever go through the public school system in Nova Scotia, in my province. So, yeah. And that was because my mom made the agreement with the teachers for me to do it. I don't think I would have gotten the music training, and I honestly, I know that the School for the Blind has done wonders for kids in Nova Scotia who needed it. But I wouldn't be where I am today if I had to go to the School for the Blind, because I would not have gotten my private music lessons, I really don't think. Yep, Dorothy, so true. You're a wimp? Well, not quite, Janet. Yeah. Yep, so all right, so I've got a couple of more leaves here to do. Well, yeah, I tell you, I do not dismiss the wonderful family that I was lucky enough to be born into. From the time I was 4 years old, Mom and Dad applied and became foster parents. And over the years, we had 31 children come and live in our home. Sometimes for 3 or 4 weeks at a time. Sometimes for years. Sometimes it was single moms had to go into the hospital, so they needed help. Didn't have any family to help with their children, so we would take them in. Sometimes it was because, the parents shouldn't have been parents, and so they also taught us that kindness and generosity and judgment is not acceptable. And I remember reporters came when it was the 25th anniversary of the Children's Aid Society in Pictou County, where I'm from, Pictou County, Nova Scotia. Mom and Dad were kind of the most prolific foster family. They came to interview us. And I remember they interviewed us as the kids, as well as Mom and Dad. And I remember the reporter asking us, don't you guys dislike, your parents, sharing your parents with other kids? And we're like, why would we dislike sharing our parents with other kids. They don't love us any less just because they have love in their hearts for other kids who need them. I was proud to share my parents with people who knew them, who needed them, you know? It was, it was the way we lived. I couldn't imagine living any other way. And actually, Ralph, who's still, Ralph is our brother. He comes to, he still comes home for Christmas and stuff, and he's 42 now, but he came to live with Mom and Dad when he was 7 years old, and he looked like a 3-year-old, and he had been either tied to a high chair or kept in a playpen for the first, 6.5 years of his life. And not because his mother wanted to mistreat him. She didn't know any better. She was special needs herself, and didn't know how else to deal with him. She had a severe speech impediment. So did he when he came. The poor little guy, didn't even know 1, 2, 3 or ABC was a sequence, and he was 7 years old. Anyway, Mom sat with him. Because he was so little, they started him off in grade primary, and Mom sat with him every night, teaching him his alphabet and counting and helping him with his adding. And he is living now. When he was 19, he moved out. He lived until he was 19 with Mom and Dad. And at 19, he moved out with the social services into a group home. Well, I think there were only 3 guys. There's only 2 of them now. The Children's Aid Society or Social Services has apartments and townhouses all over New Glasgow where they have their kids. So there's social workers and workers that they take them to get groceries and make sure they get groceries. And he's one of the higher functioning. And he graduated from high school with his certificate, but was in a special needs class the whole time. So he was taught the way he had to be taught in order for him to learn. Which was, as long as there was no inference, he could learn. He used to sit and read the encyclopedias for fun, because encyclopedias are factual, and that's how he learned. So, yeah. Yep. Mom and Dad were amazing. Yep. Most definitely. Both were wonderful, wonderful people. All right, I'm ready to start the butterflies and the flowers. Which first? I think I'll do these flowers that have the bigger openings first. So, what color am I going to make those? I think I'll do like the rose. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, yeah. I'll tell ya. And you hear these stories about people who get into being foster parents for, the money. And yet I know how Mom and Dad, every cent that was meant for that child, the children who lived in our home, went to that child. She had envelope They got room and board, which was money that went to mom for food, but then they also got like an allowance. And his allowance money did not go into their purse. It went into an envelope, and with his allowance money, he got some spending money, but that's what she used to buy his snacks and treats for his lunch can, and you know, if we went to a movie or whatever, things like that. He got a clothing allowance, which went into another envelope and was only ever spent on clothing and stuff for him, for whatever child. I'm talking about Ralph specifically, but this is how they always did it. And if anything was left, I think the clothing allowance was every 3 months, I believe. And at the end of that 3 months, if any clothing allowance was left, Mom put it into a bank account for Ralph. And when he moved out into his apartment, there was enough in that account to buy him a nice brand new bed and mattress and dresser and whatever he needed for his room in his new place, and get him all set up with bedding and clothes. She didn't take anything beyond what was designated for her and Dad. They came camping with us. They were family when they were living in our house. Lucy, it's a Scentsy product, Scentsy. I believe you can buy them online. They're kind of they're sort of like Stamping Up. They're a product that you can buy through a thing, but I think you can buy them online now, I believe. I can I'm not sure if Carrie found a link for them or not. This one's called the Reimagine. I guess it should be a smaller line around the flowers for the shading. Put a little bit too much around the other one, this side, but that's okay. All right, sorry. She was, Carol. She was an angel. And so was my dad. Yep, Carrie Ann. For sure. I don't know if I want to use the hot pink. I think I just want to blend it with this light pink. I think. Because that should give me a medium when it blends. Oops. Lucy found it. Woohoo! Laura. Laura. So, I do thank everyone for coming to watch me color. Probably saw the top of my head as much as you're seeing what I'm coloring, but you know, that's not something I can control. It's hard to color in that hole. So the marker, of course, because it's an alcohol marker, it rejuvenates what you already have down and allows you to do some blending. It's pretty. Pretty. Because it's not baby pink. I think we do, Terry. Oh, we don't have links at the moment? Oh. It's a beautiful head. Oh, thanks, Orla. Walmart has, yeah, I mean, you can get the Sharpies almost anywhere. I think I bought these on Amazon, I think. No, I didn't. I bought them at Costco. Because they had the, the big, ooh, that was close. Almost went all over. Yeah, I think I got mine at Costco because they had the large pack, multi-pack, with all the different colors. Alright, is there another one like that? Okay, I think I'm going to do the dark center in this as well. I think I'm going to do the dark center. And I think I'll do, I think I'm going to do yellow. I'm going to try the yellow. See what that'll do. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. The links work for me. Oh. Thank you, Lynn. So I think Lynn's one of the people that found us through her streamathon, or did you find Dee Dee just before the streamathon, Lynn? I can't remember. I know you're one of our newbies. A newbie fib. Oh, good. The yellow shows up quite nicely, actually. So that'll be nice for the butterflies, because I'll be using the yellow on the butterflies, too. All right. Let's see. Do I have an... Oh, I found a leaf I missed. That's what we're here for. We're here for questions. Yes, Carrie is a pixie. She feeds off helping people. So ask away. And there's guaranteed someone always knows the answer. Guaranteed someone knows the answer. There is a teeny tiny All right, where is my dark blue? This one. Oh yes, you also want to check these bullet tips. These are called the fine tip, and they really are a good point. They're going to get into most areas. These ones are the extra fine point, extra fine tip. Oh, where is it? There we go. This is the extra fine tip. So these ones are really good for writing and stuff, and for getting into the very small areas. Most people could do with these, they will even get into those little small areas if you have better hand-eye coordination than I do. I do fairly well considering what I... I just did the two colors on this version of leaf, so I will stick with that. There we go. Alright, so I was looking for another larger flower. Down here, there's one. Yay, Jill! Woohoo! Oh, Carrie. That's too bad. Sorry to hear that. Well, that's what happened to me at midnight on New Year's Eve. The whole bell system had a bit, like a couple of seconds of a glitch from everyone texting Happy New Year's at midnight. That's why my computer froze. My nieces were trying to text from downtown Halifax, and it took several tries for them to get it to go through. Just need to fix the top here. May have to do that again at the end because I think it's getting worn off moving the burner around. Cat nap. Well, I was up early for me today. I did get I did get like 4.5 hours sleep, but I was up early because I had to get up and get ready to go for breakfast with my BFF. So, because we haven't been able to get together in a while. She's a middle school principal, so she's busy, and I wanted to get out for breakfast with her before she went back to school. They go back on Monday. Kids go back on Tuesday in New Brunswick. They're already back in Nova Scotia. They're already back and had a snow day already in Nova Scotia. Most of Nova Scotia was closed on Tuesday with our ice storm. Oh, looks like Eileen had to refresh. I see she left and came back to chat. Are you okay, Eileen? I'm sorry your stream's being impeded. It looks, on my end, it's working perfectly. Sorry it's not working very well for you guys. I hope it's recording properly. Dee Dee said she tweeted that she fixed a camera issue she was having, a setting or something, so she said she would explain it. She thinks she's going to stream tomorrow morning. Yay! So I will get up tomorrow. Plan on getting up for Dee Dee. So that's good. So Lynn, are you on Twitter? Did you send a request yet to me? Okay, Macca, thanks for checking in. See you later. Oh, that's right, because they're on their summer holidays, aren't they, Carrie? Right. Down in Australia, they're on summer holidays. Okay, so there's a second one. Oh, yeah, I need to do the insides with the dark. And the yellow. Didn't end up using that, so I'll put that away for now. All right, I'm at 2:37, so I've got 20 minutes. Oh, okay. Well, you should really sign up for Twitter because we always tweet when someone comes on, and that way you make sure you catch them if you don't get the notice by email, and if someone streams when they don't normally stream, an impromptu, then you'll see it on Twitter because we always tweet when someone streams. So I love coloring on ceramic. I love it. It's so pretty. It's so smooth. Yep, I like it. All right. All right, so there's just the two flowers like that. Gosh. Decisions. What colors? All right, I think I'm going to do these ones. very simply with an orange center and yellow petals. Ooh, just got new coloring books in the mail today. The Wow coloring book. I don't know that one. I don't like the coloring books. Well, not for me. I love watching Dee Dee and everybody else color in Imaginemorphia, but and Anamorphia and the Kirby, whatever his name is, Bennett Klein, and oh no, I got into the yeesh. Baby white. I got into the blue here. I may have to color those ones with the smaller yellow one here. So now I'm going to make sure this yellow, I'm going to color off on a piece of paper here. Get the blue off it. Make sure there's no blue left on the tip. All right. Thank you. Q-tip and alcohol, yeah. Yeah. Well, if it had dried, I got it off with the little bit of baby white because it was still wet. So, yeah, works good. Although I do need the lighter one here. I need the lighter blue because I just need to do a little blending here. There's too much of a line. Oh, don't worry about typos. I am the type O queen. They are used to typos around here. I'm teaching everybody Martian. For those of you who are new, I am from Canada, from the east coast of Canada, on the Atlantic Ocean. And we lovingly refer to Canada as Mars because a couple of years ago when our postal workers were on strike, actually even when they were work to rule before they were actually on strike, it took so long for mail to get to us up here. I said one day in chat, we may as well live on Mars So now we lovingly refer to Canada as Mars. And hey, Kathy, I am coloring. Sorry, I was off screen again. I am coloring my Scentsy burner. All right, bye, CR. Thank you so much. Have a good nap. Welcome back, Laura. Thank you. I may have to do some more, pink flowers because, you know, you only have so many colors to work with, and I want the purples and reds. I want the purples and reds for the butterflies with some yellows. So, I think I am going to go back to these pinks for some more of these flowers. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more orange and yellow ones that are near. So that's what I'll do. Oh yeah, Darla. No, it's a wax burner. Hey, Linda back. Blue likes it when I whistle. Hello, Blue. Hi, Blue. Hello, puppy. How you doing, Blue? Hello. You want me to sing, Blue? How much is that doggy in the window? The one with a wiggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. Oh, Kathy, that's terrible. Yes, Jill, it's ceramic and it's all baked ceramic. It's already heat glazed. Alright, so I'm going to do orange on these ones that are like this. I think I better do the yellow first. I'm going to need the small yellow one because they're teeny tiny dots here. little that yellow in that one. I think I'm just going to have to do the dots with this one. It's a little easier with the bigger one. Gets out a little more color because it's so light. Now, hold on, I've got some green stems here that I didn't get colored going to the flowers. And I've got a teeny bit of background here between the flowers that didn't get colored. Excuse me. All right. No, it does not smear because I'm using the Sharpies. All right. Sorry, excuse me. I just need a drink of water here. Well, Laura, you can get pretty fine lines with the brush pens as long as you don't press too hard on your pit brush, on the brush. If you do gentle, they will give you nice fine lines. If you're looking, I didn't see the first part of that, so I don't know if you're looking for fine lines or what you're looking for. Yay, Linda. Well, what I would do is take you have the brush pen, but it's the fine ones. It's the small tip, it's the small brush. So you should be able to get nice fine lines with that. Practice on a piece of paper so you see how much or how little pressure you need to get your nice fine lines. Your brush tip that you have should work. Okay, I think I'm going to use my smaller tip one for these because they're small. Good thing I'm not totally addicted to Jane Davenport because I was like, yeah, no. I love her drawing, love her faces. I have her faces book. But The only thing I thought I would probably like to have might be the journal because it's hot press watercolor paper, but still, even that, I can only imagine how much they're going to be in Canada if our Michaels does even get them. I can only imagine. Maybe with a 50% off coupon, but add at least $20 to what Z paid for the journal in order to get it here in Canada, guaranteed. At least 20 more. So, not going to be happening. Fortunately, it's just the way it's gonna be. Yay, Kathy's done her work. Woohoo! Yeah, Pit pens won't bleed through. They're India ink, so they'll sit on top of your paper enough to use in a coloring book.